Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Going good. How about you?
Pretty good.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Going well. How are you doing?
Not bad.
Great job you guys did on the last video.
Well, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't comment just because to avoid confusion with the impersonators and stuff. So
Yeah, those bastards.
that's why I had
That fucking sucks,
time,
man. Like what the fuck? That's crazy.
It's not the first time it's happened.
Yeah.
So what's
happened a few years ago. So far, they're gone, but I'm sure they can always come back and start a new one. But you know, now people know, and that's why I cut things short last night, because I was flipping through and I saw that, and I'm like, well, I don't want to ruin the podcast, so I had to head out real quick.
Yeah.
To sort of.
They're probably waiting for your rant on Civil War.
Yeah, just other side, right?
But it was good that you let people know to like check the views and check like the timestamps and stuff, so that they would know, you know, in the future.
Exactly.
Oh man.
But now people know, so it's alright. It's alright. People know now, so it's no worries.
Alright.
So I know you told me you had some stuff you got off your chest.
Oh yeah, you know, sort of the final nail in the coffin, as well as anything else. Yeah, it's sort of that final nail in the coffin sort of thing.
All right.
Sorry, I gotta get something to drink before.
I understand, because I have a headache and I have to drink some water.
Yeah.
Just thinking about this movie gives me a fucking headache.
There we go.
Alright. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey folks, tonight I'm joined with...
Hello there, my name's Matt, aka RAMBOMANIA for life.
And oops, sorry, and Matt from Studio Redband, RAMBOMANIA.
And tonight, this is kind of off the cuff. Matt had sent me a message, and we're gonna put the final nail in the coffin with Bull versus Shit, Batman vs Superman. So,
yeah, last time I had cut it short, but now I'm sort of got a bit more fury, fire. Not for anyone who likes the film, but for people who were just, you know, people who are just assholes. That's really what it is. And also the comment a bit on what you guys just said last time, like critics versus fans and all that sort of stuff. And I know this film didn't do as well the second week. And I hope it continues to do less and less week by week, especially because there is no competition. But yet the second week it went down like almost 70%.
wow.
Like 67%. Like, but that's because the first week, of course, this film's going to make money, folks. That's the thing. It's Batman versus V. Sorry, not versus V. Must be for Viagra because it's a limp dick and it needs Viagra. It's a limp dick movie. But Batman v Superman, it should be one of the biggest hits of all time, folks. It's Batman and Superman in the same movie. Never happened before in live action. And yeah, I know people could say, well, what, you just want a Marvel fun movie? You know what, you can have a dark film, but it could also be entertaining as well. And that's the thing, it's not entertaining. And it doesn't even give you the title. Batman vs Superman movie. It's Batman and Superman are in it, and the verses, it's like 10 minutes most. You get one scene with Bruce and Clark, a minute long, which you see in the trailer.
Yeah.
Then you get another scene of Batman getting his Batmobile fucked up, that's like a minute long, that you see in the trailer, the whole thing. And that's the first 100 minutes of your Batman vs Superman of Batman v Superman. And in one of them, they're in costume together. and then you have a fight scene that's like 5-6 minutes long, and then they're buddies after 30 seconds, and then Wonder Woman does most of the stuff, and she's like a character we know nothing about. She wasn't even introduced really that well, because I know nothing about her other than she's old, and I can't understand what the hell she's saying for most of her dialogue. And she's doing most of the fighting. I mean, think about that. That'd be like if Avengers introduced Hawkeye, and then he did most of the fighting in the third act, no one did anything else. And you didn't know anything about, you didn't know anything about Hawkeye, but he did most of the action. I mean, that's not even how you make movies in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, you hate DC. DC animated films I enjoy. Batman Under the Red Hood. Dark Knight Returns with Peter Weller. Great movie. Just go watch that movie instead.
Yeah.
This is, to me, and my... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just agreeing.
No, I mean, this, to me, is a bad movie. And it also confuses me. The people who... Okay, if you don't like Age of Ultron, fine. But what is it about that film that you hate so much, but yet you give this the pass?
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me there's too much going on. And there's not in this. You can't tell me it's the villain. But you're okay with Lex Luthor Jr., whoever, Puppet Jolly Ranchers, and saying ding, 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 ding. And that's better than James Spader. I don't get it. Like, for people to say, okay, that's your opinion, but explain it to me. I want the explanation.
Mm-hmm.
But, part of me wonders if people give this, if they like the film, fine, but I don't understand when you have 50 plot lines that are going on, and most of them don't end because they want for future movies. I'm like, okay, do you like the movie, or do you like, we're finally getting DC movies, and if this does horribly, let's not, you don't get more, but the future of the DC is threatened. Like, is it about this movie in general, or is it about the future and you want to see more movies and you just like these characters and that's it? Mm-hmm. And you're like settling. It's Batman v Superman. I wouldn't be surprised if this didn't make as much money as the Avengers. And Batman and Superman are the two most popular superheroes of all time. You could make that argument easily, especially in pop culture. Like, pop culture, no one knew who the fuck Iron Man was before Iron Man came out. Or Captain America. But Batman and Superman are pop culture, and even, again, Batman v Superman, it could be in the top 5 biggest films of all time, and I don't think it's even going to get that. And go ahead. It's just to me, it's a bad movie. It's a bad story. It's bad directing. Mm-hmm. And again, people get Age of Ultron, this crap, and then, you just didn't get it. This movie was too smart for you. Or this movie's too, you want just fun kiddie stuff.
That's what I heard, like,
you want to be at the kiddie pool. This is for adults.
Like some guy from the New York Post.
This is for adults? Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you read this.
Go more into that.
Some guy from the New York Post is like, this is the opposite of mindless entertainment, like what Marvel does. He says, it's incoherent at times, but it's the opposite of mindless. I'm like...
That ending's not mindless? With fucking Zod's Day with the fucking laser beam eyes, and that's not mindless? What movie did they watch? Seriously. With that finale, with like, here's this Wonder Woman, this woman that you don't know anything about, other than she's old, and she wears scantily clad dresses. And just yelling and smiling, yeah, doing her whatever fuck yell. And a fucking abomination with laser eyes. And stupid plot holes, which you've talked about, and I've talked about, and other people talked about. It's stupid. It's a stupid movie, and yet they make it seem like this is Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Or this is fucking...
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, it's like, what? This movie? Really? This is the movie? You don't put that flag on? How? Explain it to me, if I'm such a, quote, simpleton. Please explain. I can explain how your movie's stupid. I have. But you do it again.
I think it's just a lot of DC fans. It's kind of like what we talked about in the fans versus critics. You know, you can say what you want about Marvel, but they don't have this mob mentality when it comes to their movies.
Yeah.
You know, let's attack this person, that person, for not liking our movie.
Well, I mean, back in the day, Nolan, The Dark Knight Rises, if people hated it, they got death threats. That was the big thing that happened. These same people who hated Ben Affleck, which I never did. I did a podcast right when the news came out with my friend Effrey about Ben Affleck. We liked him. Mm-hmm. And most people agree. He's like the best thing in the movie. I'm like, where are those people who are like, I'm going to petition to the White House and I'm going to do this and that? You're full of shit. You're full of shit. The guy you're ready to kick out, but then you're like judging when you were probably doing the same fucking thing for Ben Affleck, but then you're judging other people for this and that. I'm sorry that the movie sucked, folks. I'm sorry that you got a bad apple. Something that happens. And it kills me that shit like Ninja Turtles, like I know you guys mentioned that before on your, that movie popped up on your previous podcast that you and Matt did. There's less friction for that movie than like, I don't know how I put it. I mean, that movie should get, I mean, that movie's worse, but
yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know how to word it.
Divide? Or...
It's
like Batman and Superman is getting so much attention, and like all these other movies are starting to get the pass, you know, but they're just as bad, but they're starting to get the pass in there too, you know, like,
yeah.
No one's talking, like, people are talking about them, but not on the scale that they should, you know, like with Ghostbusters. It's actually giving Ghostbusters some shade, you know, but it's like, man,
That's true. Like, Ghostbusters are lucky that this movie came out. Just now, everyone forgot about that.
Yeah. So it's just like, wow.
I guess what it is